You know what's more dangerous than a loaded gun? Having a truck that can haul, having a trailer, and having a Facebook Marketplace account. All right, we've made a detour because we saw the most beautiful sign.
Hey, have a baby with me.
Hello everyone, this is Josh from Riscos and Wrenches, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of things I got on Marketplace over the last couple weeks. You saw the hood of one right there. Now, I've been searching Marketplace a little bit. If you cast your mind back a while to super early on in this channel, me and my buddy tore down a 1984 I believe, Toyota camper to make a flatbed out of it. And we had a lot of fun times with that. And I kind of talked to you guys there. I said, hey, I want some sort of diesel in this thing. I need a cab for it, you know, yada, yada, yada. And well, I think I found all the pieces to make that thing into a full truck. And I'm gonna show you guys what I got right here. Boom. Here is a diesel Mercedes. Actually, this thing is a 1987 300D. It has the notorious OM 603 in it. If you guys do not know about these motors, they are super cool. They are basically a 2JZ that is diesel. These things rev to like 5,500 RPM. They have a 6,000 RPM tack on the dash. They're super cool. They're super just well built. They last forever. They make good power. They're fully mechanical, so you don't have to worry about anything electrical, basically. Just give it power and it'll run, and they're turboed. And I mean, what else do you want? Let me show you guys around this thing. Well, first things first, let me show you guys the interior, because let me preface this. I paid $300 for this whole car. This thing is actually a super good deal for 300 bucks, and it has a clean and clear title. So I can even title this thing in my name. But you see right there, it has a metal sunroof, has nice red leather interior that is actually in pretty good shape apart from the driver's seat. I mean, obviously you're gonna have a little bit of cracking there, but the dash pad is just gorgeous on this car. It has 250,000 miles on it. There's that 6,000 RPM tack. And just the interior on this thing is gorgeous. But I'm less worried about the interior on this thing and more worried about what is underneath the hood. This thing has had a respray in its life, so don't let its glorious looks fool you. This was a silver with red interior car. But let's look underneath the engine. Or not underneath the engine bay, but underneath the hood. There it is. We're good now. Woo! But underneath here is the glorious OM603 that I was telling you guys about. Now, this thing is sort of mystery meat. There is a reason I got it this cheap. First of all, obviously, it's had some parts stripped off of it, and the interior, there are a few things missing here and there. But secondly, this thing has no oil pressure. This guy bought it from somebody who did a lot of work to it, and then it lost oil pressure. They pulled it over, parked it, and they were just done messing with it. He bought it for parts for his other one, which is why, like I said, some of the interior parts and the front end is tore out of it. But I think even for 300 bucks, even if this motor is junk, I think I still got a pretty good deal on it. He has pulled the starter out of it, the air filter off the turbo and things like that. But I'm going to show you guys why I think this might be a super easy fix. Now, obviously, no oil pressure is not a good thing, but if you look at the dipstick, it has no oil on it at all. And the more I was looking at this, I was going, you know, this intake has been like sandblasted. This valve cover has been taken off and paint matched to the car. This is a basically new intake manifold. You see right there, the surface has been machined. It has EGR delete. It has a super new looking turbo. The lines have been redone. I know for a fact the injection pump has been fiddled with, and it has heat wrap on the exhaust, which again looks super new. And the more I was looking at this, I was going, you know what? Everything down in there is wet with oil. I bet they did a bunch of work to this thing, blew all the oil out of it, and that's why it lost oil pressure. They thought they blew it up, but I almost guarantee you they didn't. And like I said, even if they did, I got this thing for this whole car for 300 bucks. And I mean, the tires are 15 inch, so they can go right onto my Firebird. They are from like 2018, so they're still good enough. They're a little bit old, but they're good enough for what I need. They're a lot better than this ancient tires that hold air for about 20 minutes. So, oh, that sounds real nice. I think wheel bearings might need redone. But I know for a fact, if this thing, I bought a starter for it, it's on order, it should be here this weekend. I'm going to try to get it running. But if this thing does run and drive really nicely, if I put that starter in there and I can fix that oil leak and it has oil pressure, probably just drive this thing around for a little bit until I get the chassis of that Toyota ready for this motor. Because like I said, this is a pretty darn nice car. And when I pull the heart out of it, I could part this thing out and probably get $500-600 bucks back out of it and have, again, like the Silverado that I had, a motor that I got paid a couple $100 to pull out of a car. So let's move on now to the cab that I'm going to use. Now this over here, this is a really, really good deal. Now this right here, as some of you guys know, is a Nissan D21. This right here is a 1986 and a half. I do believe it's the first year of this body style, but this thing from the outside actually looks pretty clean without a lot of rust on it. A lot of these things rust out, but the more you look at this thing, the better it gets. As you guys can see right there, it is an SE V6, which is the top of the line trim model for it. It has the automatic 4-wheel drive. Like I said, it has the V6 right there. The rear tires have been switched around. Like I said, not a lot of rust on this rear box, but if you look at the frame, it's actually super clean, especially up front where I plan to use it. Like I said, I plan to lob this off here and put a dually rear end and an extended frame on the back, so I don't really care too much about the back frame, but it is nice that it's in really good shape. But the really, really good thing is inside this cab. Woo-wee, buddy. This thing is fully loaded, and I mean it. This thing has power locks, power windows, power mirrors. It has dual gas tanks. It has 122,000 miles on it, and it has an RV hook on the front of it. So I'm guessing probably half of those miles aren't even legitimately on the motor. They're just on the rear end and the chassis. This thing is a manual with AC up there, the audio package, and even a factory sunroof. This thing is super nice. It has a clean title, and if I can fix some wiring gremlins, because sadly this thing sat in a city, an older gentleman had it for a long time, hauled a boat around with it, and he put it into his warehouse in the city for a while, came back, and some crackheads had got to the engine bay. And let me show you guys what they did. And as we open this up, this is where it gets kind of sad. Woo! Under here is the first, I think this is like the first year of the electro injection for these trucks, but it looks pretty nice under here, except for the fact that the radiator's gone and spark plug wires are cut. And even more sad, if you come over here to where all the relays and everything are at, the goddamn meth heads got to all of the copper wire. So, sadly, this isn't just going to be, oh, throw a new radiator in it, turn it over, see if it'll run. I was hoping it would. He did warn me that some of the stuff had been cut. You know, some crackheads got to it. And he, like I said, he did warn me. I was really hoping it wasn't as bad as he was thinking, but he was not lying. Did I say how much I got this thing for? I'm going to shut this hood. I paid $500 for this thing, and it has a clean title. I got one hell of a deal. And let me show you guys another thing that makes this thing super cool. As I sit here and balance on my trailer. So there are parts back there, the grill, the radiator shroud, things like that. This seat's in super nice shape, which is another reason why I don't think it really has 120,000 miles on it. In here, there's the radiator shroud, there's the hubcaps and everything, there's the front grille. But look in here, the original owner's manual right here, which is really cool. But what's even cooler, I know exactly who was the first person to touch this thing on its lot. It has the original, I don't know why I'm holding it like this, it has the original dealer delivery sheet right here. It was originally from Car City Nissan Incorporated in Illinois, or wherever that's at, don't really know. But you can see right there, there's the, you know, the date right there, 3/25/1986. It had 235 miles. This one might have been like a demo truck or something like that. But I mean, this is like all the warranty care and everything like that. Nissan offices, all this stuff right here. The stuff that you really don't see a lot. Oh, there's a Nissan security pass. Look at that. That's really cool. And then right there, you want some business reply thing? There's Nissan headquarters right there from 1986. I'm sure that's still probably where they are. I'm sure if you send some letter there, they probably will get back to you. But yeah, this is definitely $500 well spent. Let me see right there. It's even got cruise control and a tilted steering wheel. I have looked around. I have not been able to find an option this thing wasn't checked with, apart from the automatic transmission, which I like the manuals. So that makes me happy. But you can see right here, the glass, and it's just in great shape. There's no real nicks or dings in the glass. I see, is this a crack or is this a, can I tell if that's a crack right down the middle? Oh no, it's not a crack. Okay, it might be an antenna. Thought it was a crack right down the middle, but this thing's just in super nice shape. It is missing a mirror on that side, but I got a hell of a deal for $500. And I know the guy's gonna be watching here. I thank you for it. This thing's gonna go to a good home, and it's gonna have a super cool build on it. So right there, there's the original color, that dark metallic blue, which is actually the same color that my Firebird was, my original one from 1986 that I showed you guys in the last video when we picked up that Firebird. Hooah! But haven't even loaded this thing off the trailer yet. It's been sitting here a couple days. But I picked that Mercedes up the weekend before I picked this thing up. And I'm just super, super happy that I think I have everything I need. I have picked up a flatbed for this thing. I have the Toyota in the backyard with the dually and the extended frame that I can weld onto the back of here. And I have the diesel for it right over there. Sorry to cut in right here, but we got Luna. I'm gonna cut in right here. I'm gonna show you guys a clip. Going to pick this Nissan up was a long, long trip. Don't get me wrong. I drove about 5 hours one way to get the thing. So I spent about 180 bucks in total in gas. But me and my buddy who went saw the awesomest, it's the awesomest billboard on the side of the road. Let me show you guys a clip of it right here. All right, we've made a detour because we saw the most beautiful sign, and he didn't believe me. I had to turn around to show him.
I thought there was no way that's what that sign.
I had to show him. Wow, it stinks right now. Holy shit. There's roadkill somewhere.
You probably shit your pants.
Yeah, I did in excitement. I'm ready to have a baby with Daniel Larson or whoever the fuck is up here.
Something Caesar right there.
You guys ready? Here, you take it. Make sure you get it good. Daniel
Caesar, have a baby with me. Have a baby with me.
What the fuck? All right, had to cut that out right there. My nice iPhone 14 that I do most of my videos like this on overheated, so I'm on my older iPhone, so apologies if the camera quality dips a little bit or looks a little bit different, but it overheated. Is super hot here. But as I was saying, I plan to get this thing running and driving as it is. I want to check out this front end, the manual transmission, the V6 that's in it, the rear end, all the stuff, so that I can know what I need to fix while I'm building this thing up, or what I can get some good money for parting it back out on the pieces that I don't use. I do not plan to use that rear end. If that rear end is good, if it's not humming, if it's not making any weird noises, I can probably get $100 out of that rear end. Same thing with the motor. If the motor runs and drives and is healthy with as low miles as it has, I could probably get a couple $100 out of that whenever I put the diesel from the Mercedes into it. Same thing with the transmission, the transfer case, all that stuff. I should be able to get a few good bucks for that. But everything I do to these things, you guys will see here on the channel. And I mean, what else can I say? If you're looking for a reason to get on Marketplace, this is it. Look around, look out the stuff that has been posted for a while, and just throw out a crazy lowball. That Mercedes was listed for $1,000. I did not expect him to take $300. It was just a, hey, I see that you said you're gonna move soon. If you wanna get it out of there, I can be there like this weekend with cash in hand in a trailer, and you don't gotta scrap it. I can come and get it from you. And the guy was cool with that. Same thing with this Nissan. I picked it up, like I said, last weekend, which is, I think I picked it up on the 10th or the 9th, I'll have to look. But the ad actually said need gone by 7/17 or something like that. And I was like, hey, do you still got it? I know you said it needed gone by then, but I figured I'd ask. And thankfully the guy was super, super receptive to getting it out of there. And like I said, I appreciate it, man. You gave me a hell of a good deal. I really do appreciate it. This truck is not gonna go to waste here on this channel. It's gonna have a whole new life being one hell of a Nissan. But like I said, everything I do to these things will be here on this channel. Let me know what you guys want to see first. Do you want to see me working on the Mercedes first, working on this thing first? I know for a fact I got to fix all those wires. But the good thing about that is, if you guys cast your mind back to where we got the Chevelle and everything from, in that junkyard is one of these trucks. And I went back and watched my director's cut of that video. It has all the wiring we need under the hood. Well, maybe not all of it. It is a little bit of a different year. It has a different injection setup on it, but it has most of it to make it be okay-ish, where I can at least, hear the windows go up and down, check the interior stuff. I don't know if that injection pump will fire or anything like that. I'll have to look into it. But I'll at least get some, if not most, if not all, of the wiring for that thing out of that red one that's in the junkyard with the broken frame. Do you guys want to see me go up there and get those parts off that truck first? Do you guys want to see me work on the Mercedes first? Do you guys want to see me lob off the rear end of my Toyota, which is back there hiding away where it's been tucked away just because it's ugly and gross and blah? But without further ado, this was Josh from Rich Wrenches. Let me know what you guys want to see first down in the comments below. Hope you guys are having a good day, night, week, whatever it is. I hope you guys are having a good one, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out and goodbye. want to be the guy that, you know, filmed random children without their consent. That'd probably put me on a watch list somewhere.
Mr. nicknames his private member Lazarus because he has risen from